Philosophy. Mazdak is a religious reformer, but true to the unified Mazdan vision, in which the spiritual world, Menaj, and the material one, Gedish, are ideally mirrors of one another, and where the material universe is no less holy than the spiritual. Mazdak brought his religious vision into the world of the social and economic order. Most who write about Mazdak do so from the perspective of his social and economic views. While we do not want to ignore these for the reasons given, we do also want to emphasize his religious and even mystical teachings, which lie at the root of his ideology. It was Mazdak's basic assumption that Lord Wisdom had created a world in which all were equal, all having what they needed to live natural and happy lives. The inequality that was manifest in the world must be the result of the activity of the Devas, evil forces. He identified 5 principles among these: envy, wrath, vengeance, need, and greed. Originally, the fruits of the earth were shared equally among men, but the mechanisms of the negative principles led the strong to oppress the weak, and inequality originated. Mazdak advocated an abolition of polygamy, next of kin marriage, and the redistribution of wealth and property evenly throughout the empire. Mazdak had his own innovative ideas. When it came to the theological order, he advocated a simplification of the rituals of Zoroastrianism and emphasized spiritual exercises and ethical action within his cosmological frame of reference. The Neo-Manichaean roots of Mazdak's system are shown in the fact that he taught vegetarianism. For the most part, the cosmological order of Mazdak was that of the Orthodox Zoroastrians. There is a realm of light and one of darkness. The light is characterized by knowledge, filling planned actions, and free will, whereas darkness is distinguished by ignorance, insensitivity, random acts of cruelty, and coercion. Mazdak's system was naturally focused on the realm of light. There are 3 elements: fire, earth, and water. The court of the god of light is seen as analogous to the court of the Shahanshah, where God sits enthroned surrounded by 4 principal powers: mind, intelligence, memory, and joy. These powers guide the affairs of the world through 7 viziers ringed around them. And these are in turn surrounded by a circle of 12 spiritual entities. Obviously, these are based on the planetary spheres and the signs of the zodiac. God, Mazda, influences the world through the use of 23 letters, which are used as keys and levers to universal energies. The aim of the adherent of the Mazdakite faith is the unification of the 23 powers, planetary energies, and zodiacal signs. Once this system was realized in the individual, he was made free of religious obligations. Mansour Shaki, in the insightful article Cosmogonical and Cosmological Teachings of Mazdak, notes his frustration at not being able to identify the alphabetic system that matches the 23-letter system referred to in the records about Mazdakite doctrines. I discovered the table below outlining a version of the Pahlavi alphabet called the Manichaean alphabet in Han Jensen's famous book, Sign Symbol Script. It is called Manichaean alphabet by many modern scholars because many Manichaean texts were written in it. Here we see a version of it where it is made up of 23 characters. This would also fit with the influence Manichaeanism is supposed to have on Mazdakism. Manichaean alphabet, Jensen, 1969, page 408. The Pahlavi alphabet, used to write the Middle Persian of Mazdak's day, had only 12 basic letters, but at the same time, the religious scholars also invented the Avestan script, also called the Din Da-Bareh, religious writing. The latter system had as many as 54 letters at its disposal and is one of the most perfect phonetic alphabets ever invented. Modern scholars are all generally in agreement that although Mazdak was influenced by Manichaean doctrines, he did not accept nor teach the idea that the created world and the material universe or a human body are evil as Mani did. Mazdak taught that an optimistic outlook in keeping with the tenets of the Mazdan way. If Mazdak is seen As a Sayoshan of the Mazen way, it is in that he saw injustice and imbalance in society and in economics and tried to rectify this. He is the first real revolutionary, and like most revolutionaries, their visions are often betrayed by imperfect humans. The course of history and the course of cultural development is corrected over time to accord with their visions, but they, more often than not, end their lives as martyrs.